Good evening. I was trying to get my intro going, and we're having some technical difficulties here. So those of you who are on, welcome to the show. We have a very special guest tonight. Chef Babette is joining us again, and she's going to talk about two very important topics. The first is going to be being sexy at the age of 70. She had her 70th birthday I think it was last December. She's going to let us know when she comes on. And she had this wonderful video shoot in a bathing suit at 70 years old. My goodness. And so it went viral, needless to say. And so she's going to tell us all about the secrets of being sexy at 70. And then part two of our show, we're going to talk about her special event coming up in March. It's going to be Love Yourself Retreat. And I want all of you to listen closely because she's going to give us insights into her retreat that's going to be in March of next year. So let's stay tuned. Let me see if I can get my intro started because I want to get my intro started. The music gets me into the mood. Let's see what happens here. All right, welcome back. So my music get me into the groove. I do a little break dance back there behind stage while it's going on. But one of these days I'll show you a video. But again, I hope your Monday has gone well and hope you had a very restful and productive weekend. It's good to get rest and be productive at the same time. As I said in the intro, we have a very special guest, Chef Babette. She's been with us before, and I'm glad to have her back. As you all probably know, she needs no introduction. She's a world-class healthy chef, fitness expert, and motivational speaker. Chef Babette runs a successful restaurant, Stuff I Eat, in Inglewood, California. She and her husband has built the loyal fan base there at the restaurant, and she's built the loyal fan base on her social media profiles. Chef Babette quote says, "We as humans have a connection with the food that we eat, and with that understanding, only the best deserves to enter our body temples. My newfound philosophy and relationship with food led to an astonishing transformation in the way I looked and felt. Initially, my change was all about me, but every time I heard of someone suffering from diabetes, overweight, or obesity-related problems, I felt compelled to share my newfound knowledge. My husband taught me to slow cook with love, and eventually the kitchen became my second home." So without further ado, I want to welcome our panelists, Dr. Celeste Palmer. Celeste, hello. How are you doing this evening?
Good. I'm excited.
Yes.
Tonight.
And we have Chef Babette. Hello, Chef. How are you doing?
Hello, everyone. Thanks for having me, Doc.
Well, thanks for coming and joining us tonight. As we talked about in the intro, you just had your 70th birthday. When was that? What was your birthday? I forget.
December 7th.
December 7th. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Oh, that's a special day in our history. Anyway, December 7th. Well, belated happy birthday. I actually wished you happy birthday before then, and on the day. But anyway, belated happy birthday on the station. So you made 70 years old, and you had some beautiful photos of yourself. And first and foremost, why a bathing suit at 70? That's a bold thing. After that question, we'll get into some more background questions in terms of what the birthday was like and so on and so forth. But who came up with that idea? Was that your idea or someone else's idea?
No, actually, Doc, my daughter, she actually holds on to all the family heirlooms and the pictures and all the family treasures. I'm not very sympathetic and I don't need all that stuff. She's got it. So she's going through some pictures, and she found a couple of pictures of myself in a bathing suit. I had actually done a photo shoot years ago in a bathing suit. And I realized that I didn't look too much different than I look today. So I came up with the wild idea. I'm going to do a photo shoot in a bathing suit and I'm going to post it on my birthday. And I was talking to a dear friend, Michael Collier.
Mhm.
And do you know Michael Collier, comedian?
I've heard the name, yes.
Okay, well, Michael, I was talking to him on the 1st of December, and I explained to him that I'd taken these photos. I had 7 of them, and that I wanted to post 1 or 2 on my birthday, the 7th. And he said, "Today is the 1st. You have 7 photos. Why don't you post 1 photo every day? And on the 7th, your actual birthday, take your favorite photo, put it in the middle, and combine the other photos around it,
Oh,
a
wow.
collage, if
Okay.
you will." And so I took his advice, and then he said, and I would call the post 7 at 70. So this was all Michael Collier.
Oh,
And
wow.
I did exactly as he suggested. And yes, it went viral. I had no idea that people were going to respond to the images the way that they did. And I understand why.
And while you're talking, I'm going to share that with our audience here. So just tell
Okay.
your story. I'm just going to kind of throw.
Well, now
So,
that one in the middle, Doc, I'm probably around 64 in that one.
oh, okay, yes. Well, but with the one on the left on either side shows how you haven't changed very much from 64 to 70. So those are actually wonderful photos there.
Yeah, but you know, it made me just really focus on the fact that because of the response, people were just like, "No way, that's impossible." And I'm thinking, you know what? In our society, 70 is old.
Mhm.
We don't take care of ourselves, because I believe that I look the way a 70-year-old is supposed to look. Now that's my own personal opinion. It's
With
not.
abs like that, huh?
Yes, I mean, we're supposed to be able to do this. And you know what it comes from, Doc.
That's
That
right.
it comes from self-love and self-care.
Yep.
Now,
Right.
I haven't always been in that space, obviously.
Mhm.
I've run into some mental challenges in my journey, and I wasn't always good to myself. But once I cleared my brain fog and learned how to nourish myself and learned how the importance of movement, this has been going on now. I met Rondell at age 40. And
Mhm.
from age 40 on, I've lived a different lifestyle. So I transitioned, became vegan at age 40, and I've never looked back. And I
Wow.
actually started the movement, working out um, at age 40. So, and you can see, of course, I live on the planet, so there is an aging process. But
Sure.
I think all of us enjoy the subtlety of aging. We ain't real happy when it's rapid and like rapid fire. And so it's like it's been a beautiful ride, and I feel good. I feel great.
You know,
And I do
aging.
have a primary care physician, Doc. And you in Texas, so you can't be my doctor. So
Yeah, I don't think you need one. You know, the you talk about aging, and I'm glad you mentioned that because you know that we often confuse aging with debilitation or aging with degeneration.
mhm.
And aging it should be a maturing. It's sort of like a fine wine that gets better. And so like you say, we live in this planet, and things are polluted, and we've got to kind of protect ourselves as best we can. The food is polluted, even a lot of plant food is polluted. But the bottom line is that to the extent we can, we should not destroy ourselves. And what we see a lot of, and what I see a lot of, it coming in my office is acts of self-destruction. And so it's a destructive process, not an aging process that and we confuse that with aging. I mean, how much of this is mindset for you?
Doc, I love that. It's a destructive process. I don't have to use that one. It's
Yeah,
not so much an aging process. It's
yeah,
so true. I mean, At once, you know what worked for me more than anything, Doc, was knowledge, educating myself. And then as time went on, I understood, oh man, we're just a species, and God put the food down here for that's perfect for every individual species.
Mm-hmm.
And all you need to do is learn what you need as part of the human species to nourish yourselves. And I don't think we do enough of that. Too many times we eat out of boxes. I mean, we don't even go to the produce section in the supermarket. We find ready package made food like substances with tons of chemicals in it. And we feed that to our babies to the point that we feed it to our babies for breakfast. I don't
Yeah.
know. I will give them some cereal with some dye in it, with refined sugar in it, and all other kind of chemicals, and send them off to school. So, well, before COVID, we sent them off to school, but we still are having an issue with understanding the importance of proper fuel for your vehicle.
Yep.
I don't know if I answered your question. I don't know.
No, that's a great answer from the destructive process. So let's go back to the birthday celebration. What was it? Was it an event or was it virtual? Were there people in person? I know you did the photo shoot, but tell us about the birthday celebration, or was it a celebration?
No, actually, because of COVID, I had a very quiet birthday. I didn't interact with a lot of family or anything like that. I turned 70 and did a photo shoot a few days prior. So basically, it was just the shoot. It was kind of fun to post. But what was more fun, and at the same time, it was fun, but at the same time, it was kind of concerning that people made such a big deal out of it. I live with it, so not that big a deal to me, and I'm not thinking about everybody else. I'm only thinking about me and my lifestyle and what I do. So I understood the importance of what it is I do. Having a vegan restaurant, preparing good, wholesome, organic food for people in an underserved community, sharing my message, if you will. And then when my daughter and I decided to do the Love Your Age project, it was so spot on, because at that point, after so many people were coming at me, at that point, we thought this is a way to just share the lifestyle. And if maybe people get into the lifestyle, you'll see people transitioning to do better, because I believe in a quality of life over longevity. Quality just seems like it makes so much more sense to me.
So we're going to get into your project on part 2, but let's say about some of your secrets at 70. You're exercising. I mean, I see videos of you working out. I mean, give us some of the tips on. I mean, again, I have a lot of patients, and we're a little bit delayed, but we're going to start an on-site medical observed exercise program, and give us some of your tips in terms of that. I see you getting out there and you're lifting weights. I mean, you compete sort of like with professional athletes almost, but I've got people who are debilitated and that type of thing. We're going to have them start where they are. But what's some secret points of view from what you do as a 70-year-old, and where should they start?
Well, I like what you said. People need to start where they are, because that's what I had to do. At age 40, I never ran heels. I never thought about running heels. I met my husband, and he was constantly running heels at Griffith Park. Actually, the first date we went on, he took me to Griffith Park. I thought he was out of his mind. And who gets up to just run up hills? But you know what? He ran the whole thing backwards. And what that said to me was, and he's 2 years older than myself, I thought to myself, well, if he can run this backwards, one of these days I am going to be able to remain in a running mode, maybe at a walker's pace, but I'm going to be able to run this hill in a running mode. I can do that today. I believe, as you said, in catching a person right where they are. I can't stand it when I see sisters out there overweight running on cement. It's unnecessary. You don't have to do that. All you need to do is walk. All you need to do is move. You can get a workout in by standing up and down, sitting up and down in the chair, going up and down in the chair. You know what I'm saying? You can stand at your kitchen counter and do squats. Our problem is we don't move. And that, I think, is where we need to start. Getting in the mindset, I am a machine here. God didn't make no junk. This is a brilliant, brilliant, brilliant machine. And what we do is we put it to rest. It's like, I'm gonna park my car and I just ain't gonna never drive it no more. And so what happens? The battery goes out. Eventually you can't use the car. So I think we do that, too much of that. For myself, I'm addicted to the movement now. So I have to move. I don't have a choice.
What? So you said at 40. Celeste, you want to say something?
I just want to ask, as far as fuel is concerned, or the food that you put in, what is something that you make sure that you get in every day, whether it be food or supplements, or do you do supplements?
Good question. I do a lot of chlorophyll is like at the top of my list. And I add something better than a supplement, E3 Live. So I'm juicing a lot of kale, a lot of cilantro. I juice I like it palatable because I'm not into drinking a glass of wheatgrass. That's not my groove. I want to be able to enjoy it. So I make sure that the apples give me the amount of sugar that works for me.
Okay.
And I use ginger. And you know what ginger does. You know. So I put my E3 Live in there, and I drink in my green drink, and I drink the 32-ounce jars, 2 of them usually a day.
Wow.
So, and I try to juice every single day. So really there you go. That's my go-to. The juice is the go-to. So and you know what happens, Doc, once you have separated the juice from the pulp by juicing, not blending, juicing, then you don't have to go through the digestive process as you would. Yeah, and especially for those who have been eating a lot of animal flesh and you've got a lot of blockage in your colons and your intestines are a mess. You want the nutrients from the juice to reach cellular level immediately. So that's why I juice versus blending. And it's my go-to. And once you're fed, the message to the brain is you're not hungry. So I'm not always sitting around waiting for massive plates of food. As a matter of fact, I very rarely pick up a plate and eat pounds and pounds of food on it. It's just way too much bulk. I don't need all of that.
Yeah. That's the juice. I like that. When I work out in the mornings, I can't afford to work out on a full stomach, with the exception of just before I came on the show, I had to go work out, and not that I had a full stomach, but normally I work out in the mornings, but my morning was busy. And I'm trying to keep that streak alive. Celeste knows about that. I won't talk about that. So I had to go and do some burpees and stuff before I came on the show.
Yikes.
Keep the streak alive. But anyway, but the juice makes a difference, because when I'm working out with the trainers, it's a different thing when you're working out by yourself, or you have somebody who's barking over you.
Right.
They just have to count and you have to breathe.
That's true.
So you got to be ready for that. It's almost like a performance. But I've seen some of your very impressive workouts. But you said at 40 you were not running heels. In what condition did you start out at 40? Give our audience some. I mean, were you in bad shape, or you in good shape, or decent shape?
Well, I just wasn't really doing very much in terms of moving. No, I wasn't doing that. I've never been overweight. I've never had a weight problem. My issues were a lot of digestive challenges. I hated to eat almost. Digesting the food, it was, plus I didn't understand about combining the food properly. I was doing everything wrong as I ate. And once I read the books, that's why I said education is so valuable. I started understanding how I needed to eat, how I needed to combine my foods, and started understanding about mucus and inflammation and how it creates so much disease. And I just changed my mind about everything, and it just it manifested in a way that I can only give thanks, because I wasn't tired anymore. I didn't have problems with gas. I didn't have problems with bloating. I used to, and I find it ridiculous that humans have to take medication to help them digest their food. I don't know what other species on the planet needs Tums after they eat. It's like you should be able to eat, and you should be able to digest your food and move on with your life. But I was sick after I ate. And so I haven't felt that in all these years. You know what I mean? So changed my world.
I have another question.
Yes.
People have asked us this, but I would like to know.
Greetings. I'm Dr. Babette Montgomery. Thanks for joining us this evening. I want to share information about our FoodRx Healthy Lifestyle series. The FoodRx Healthy Lifestyle series is a comprehensive health and wellness coaching program designed to help you navigate your lifestyle towards optimal health. Do you want to reverse or control a chronic illness, or reduce or eliminate medications? You may want to avoid potential surgeries or medical procedures, or perhaps boost your immune system or improve your fitness level, or much more. The program starts with an intense 5-session, 4-week virtual coaching jumpstart phase, where you'll join a group of like-minded individuals dedicated to improving their health. You'll be provided a lot of support materials, including nutrition plans, recipes, supplement plans as needed, or fitness plans, and much more. You have full-year access to the support materials as well as our health and wellness team during and at the completion of the 4-week jumpstart period. To learn more about this program, connect on one of our links below or schedule a call with our team members. Let them know if you wish to speak to me directly, and they'll arrange a time for you. Optimal health is a lifelong journey. Let us help you navigate it to your most desired destination.